Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, Little Family. I hope everyone is doing fantastic today. As many of you know that I came from Kerala to Canada on 2023. In Canada, I live in the province called Ontario. You know, like many of you might have heard about Toronto, London, Kitchener, Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie, Timmins, Thunder Bay. All these places comes under Ontario province. And most of you know that it's winter season. It's very difficult nowadays to travel, to walk, because everywhere you might be seeing the snow. Today I thought of making the video about certain jobs in Ontario. So you may be knowing that the wages of the jobs differs from different other provinces. Like for example, Alberta will be having different wages for different professions. It can be in British Columbia or it will be totally different in Manitoba. So today we'll be looking at the important professions. Usually we have immigrants comes from India, most probably like nurse, engineers, social workers, accountants, doctors. And also we will be looking like what are the hours of job usually looks like. So Monday to Friday, what are the hours for full-time jobs, part-time, casual. So guys, let us go to the detailed video of every profession. So guys, I took the first profession for detailing video, that is registered nurse. As you know, like I'm not going to say what are the requirements needed to become a registered nurse in Ontario. We'll be discussing that topic later on different videos. So as a registered nurse, they will earn minimum 29 Canadian dollars. That means 1,798 Indian money. And the maximum will be $55. So this can be changing, right? I would not say that this is the maximum Canadian dollars. It's from 55 or some people will earn 60, 75. That depends upon the nature of their work, the experience they have, or different settings, right? I would say the amount will be varying from a hospital to school to retirement homes to different mental health settings. So that can be as $55. That means 3,410 Indian money. So the medium will be like 42, 45. That can be varied. As you know, like all these wages are subject to change. I took all these wages from the statistics from the government of Canada. So you know, like the minimum wage will be, foreigners will be different from different settings, right? I work in Sudbury and I would see like sometimes the minimum wage for a registered nurse is starting from 35. So as I said, this will be like exactly we'll be getting from the statistics of Canada, but it's totally depend upon changing. The next one is computer software engineers. We know that there are lots of engineers who are in India and they would like to come to Canada or any other foreign countries. And you know that there is a lot of educations needed, right? Like if they are a software engineer in India, that since they had education in India, if they want to come to Canada, they have to go through the certain process for validating their studies and experiences and certifications. But however, the minimum wage for a computer software engineer is 36 and that can be up to 88. And I have friends who earns more than $90 per hour. That means they nearly earn almost 7,000 Indian money according to the job requirement, and that's per hour. So as I said, it totally depends upon where they work, how much they earn, what are their job descriptions, right? So it can be totally changed. The next one I took is accountants, right? Accountants can be classified in different ways. Like the accountants work in different settings, like a auditor, accountants, bank clerk. So basically, as a accountant, the minimum wage in Ontario is 25 Canadian dollar. That means 1,550. So sometimes on a person who has lots of years of experience, especially 5 years to 10 years experience, they might be earning for $40 per hour. That means 2,500 Indian money almost. As you see that the maximum can be 71, but it varies, right? Like sometimes it is 85, 90. It totally depends. But according to the statistics, it's 71, and that means for 4,428 Canadian dollars Indian money per hour. Now we are going to see how much a registered social workers earn in Ontario. As many of you know that I have completed my master's in social work from India, basically from Kerala, and I moved to Canada. There was a lot of struggles to get my credentials approved according to the Canadian and Ontario regulations. It was kind of difficult, but anyway, we need to do it, right? Like I did a lot of hard work and got my education approved and become registered social worker. So registered social workers have lots of scope in Canada. They can work in school, justice system. They can work in municipalities, child care welfares, and children aid society. The scope is really big, and I would say they earn lots of money as well. So according to the people who work in social work field, and according to the statistics of Canada, I would say that the minimum is 19, but I would say that it's not 19. Here in Sudbury where I stay, they earn 35, 40, 45. It totally depends upon the work scenarios they work at. But I would say the minimum is 19. That means 1,227 Indian money per hour. And you could see the video that 26 is the medium and maximum is 37 according to the statistics of Canada. But I know people who earn more than 50, 55, 60. And if they have one-to-one individual therapies, they earn $100 to $200 per hour. That means almost 12,000 rupees per hour. So yeah, this is the a minimum and maximum statistics of registered social workers wage in Ontario, Canada. Next we'll be seeing like how much a medical doctor earns in Ontario. Like many of our doctors have the same concerns, like if they are graduated MBBS, MDS, or what are the medical professions, they'll be earning lots of money. To be frank, like Canada needs a lot of doctors. So in an average minimum, they'll be earning 87. That means 5,416 Indian money per hour. That's amazing, right? And the medium will be 8,586, and maximum according to the statistics of Canada it's $250. That means 15,500. Yes, sorry, I got some sight issues. But I know certain doctors in Ontario, they earn almost $500 per hour. They do lots of private practice. That means almost 30,000 Indian money in 1 hour. And if they work 10 hours, that means it's 3 lakh. It's amazing, guys. Like any of the doctors who sees this video will be inspiring, like, hey, what's going on in Canada, right? Yes, you're right. Like Canada needs lots of doctors. And I saw recently that there's a new PR pathway called medical doctors PR pathway or something. Canada is saying like they need 5,000 doctors at this moment. So this will be a wonderful opportunity time for many doctors in Canada. And I said like it's all per hour, right? So I'm going to tell you that how many hours individual will be working per week. As a full-time standard, it's 40 hours in a week. That means it can be Monday to Friday, or 5 days or 6 days in a week. So in a month average, they will be working 173 hours. So that can be changing, right? If it is in hospitals, it will be more than 40 hours. If it is in different settings, it will be like 37 to 38 hours part-time. So part-time can be totally different, right? The minimum hours of work in Canada is 3 hours in a day. So some people can be scheduled up to 12 hours, some people just 4 hours. So the people who do the part-time jobs, they'll be at least getting 15 to 25 hours, and it is subject to change. And you are able to see in the picture in the video, right? So that will be the hours of individuals who will be working. So maybe if you come under one of the profession I talked earlier, you can just calculate your salary in a month, right? If you get a full-time job, it's 173 hours into per hour cost. For example, if a doctor is earning as a full-time $500 per hour into 173 hours, you can see how much they will be earning. I'm not talking about the tax anyway, but you will be able to see like what will be the approximate monthly income they'll be earning according to the Indian money. So guys, I'm just winding up this video. I know it took a lot of time, but it's a big topic, right? And in the coming days, I'll be making a video of each professions. What are the education, qualification, credentials they need for working in Canada? I hope this will be helping you, many of your friends who are preparing to come Canada or who are working in Canada. And I wish you will be sharing this video to your friends who are working in the same fields. And if you guys have any concerns, comments, or your suggestions, you can include in the comment. I'll be going through it and I will be replying for your comments for sure. And I wish all the best to everyone who are ready to come to Canada, or who all are looking to come Canada, right? I wish you all the best. And don't forget to subscribe and share my channel. I hope to see you guys very soon. Take care.